Hello and welcome to Season 6, Episode 7 of the Crochet Luna Vlogcast. My name is Claudia and I'm coming to you from the San Diego area in Southern California, where I want to share some of my finished objects, some of my works in progress, and a little bit about an upcoming MAL and an ongoing MAL. So grab a project, grab a drink, and let's get started. Welcome to any new viewers and any returning subscribers. I really appreciate you being here. I have a quick episode for this week where I just want to catch you up on where I am with some of my works in progress. One that I didn't even share last time because I just started it this past weekend. And and a finished object that I'm super excited to share with you. I'm going to start off by talking about the Dodgy Bag MAL. This is a make-along that I co-host with the lovely Allie of Little Drops of Wonderful. Everything will be linked below, and it is an ongoing MAL. We started back in on May 1st, I believe, and it runs through June 4th. The details of it are on my channel and also on Allie's channel, and I was sharing a pattern that I said I was going to try for this year's MAL, and I'll share it again. It is this pattern for a bento bag. As you can see, it uses 3 types of fabrics. I showed some of those fabrics in my last video, and I have finally settled on the 3 color combination that I want to work on for this first bag. I did get a response, a really positive response on my little merman fabric that I shared, which is this one right here. So this is going to be the first one. The first bag that I make will have this fabric. And I found 2 other coordinating fabrics that I thought would go really well together. And it's this blue polka dot. Well, actually, it's a white polka dot. This light blue fabric with white polka dots. And then I have this sort of like dark gray fabric with these little graphic, this graphic print. So I think that between these 3 fabrics, this one will coordinate very well together. So I'm really excited to start this project. I'm hoping to get started this weekend on it so I can start sharing some pictures. I just, like, every year we do this MAL, I swear, I think I have finished 1 bag, and I'm so determined this year to share a finished bag with you guys, I want to share a finished bag with you guys. So I have been working really hard to find 3 fabrics that I think go well together. And again, like I said, I want to welcome any new subscribers. I'm really happy to be sharing another video this week with you guys. And if this is your first time watching my videos, I just want to let you know that I am a Crochet Centric blogcaster. That means that I mostly share about crochet, sometimes a little knitting like I did last episode, sometimes a little sewing, but mostly I talk about my crochet projects, which I'm really excited about sharing my finished object, which was almost finished last week. I was like 3 or 4 rows from finishing. I just had the border, and that is the pattern called Mythical Zebracorn by Amy Hansen. It looks like this. This is a paid pattern for this really beautiful shawl. Mine looks nothing like this because I use this pattern in conjunction with a make-along, a knit-along actually, hosted by Mckenzie of M to the 3rd. All of those, all her contact information for the pattern designer and the yarns that I use, and also from Mckenzie's YouTube and Instagram will be linked below. But I used this pattern and I wove in my ends. I blocked my shawl, which actually the shawl grew a lot in blocking, which I was really not expecting it to grow as much as it did. But it came out absolutely gorgeous. So let me share my finished Zebracorn shawl. As you can see, I mean, it is really big. So this is it right here. I will give you a close-up of that beautiful border right here. I really enjoyed working the border on this pattern. The whole shawl has a lot of really gorgeous texture. There's a close-up of that. Like I said, I really did share a lot about this in my last episode. And one of the things that, you know, I really love about crocheting is I love the process of crocheting. And and of course I like to wear crochet, but I wore this shawl to work. And I thought it looked great. And then I see a colleague of mine wearing the most perfect dress. The color of the dress, the cut of the dress, the fit of the dress. She looked so beautiful. And the dress was actually the same color as the border, which is a sort of like light green color. And I said, you've got to put this on. I want to see what it looks like. She puts this shawl around her. And I was like, okay, it has to be yours. I am going to gift you the shawl because I can't see anything in my wardrobe that I currently own that will really complement this shawl as much as the dress that you're wearing. And she was so surprised that I would just basically take the shawl off and gift it to her. And I said, but wait. I have to record a podcast. I got to take some pictures and then I'll bring it back. So this actually is a shawl that is going to be gifted, and I am so happy that it's going to a good home, someone who appreciates it. She herself is actually a crocheter, and we share some, you know, yarny talk here and there. And yeah, she was really happy to be getting this, and I'm really happy that I was able to work on this lovely project, and that now it can go home and live amongst her beautiful clothing. And like I said, I'm really happy with this pattern. So this is my FO, my Mythical Zebracorn shawl. It's a pattern by Amy Hansen. All the details will be linked below. Next, I want to share some works in progress. One which I started this past weekend, and it actually ties in with this shawl because although I did not have a lot of yarn left, I did have a little bit of this yarn right here. This yarn was a Christmas colorway by Molly Klein Designs, and I had just enough to get started on a pair of scrappy socks. Now, I have crocheted socks in the past, and I have come across a pattern by Martha Mitchell, who I think has designed the perfect pattern for me. Like, I really, really like this pattern. This will be my third pair of fabulous socks, and I'm working on tweaking it so that the socks fit me perfect. I mean, they fit me. The other two pair that I did fit me great. But I think that I'm tweaking this. I'm tweaking this third pair so that it actually just fits just perfect. And here is a picture of Martha's pattern. This is a paid pattern. This is her fabulous sock pattern. This is made, I think, with one skein of color changing yarn. I made mine scrappy because I have advent calendar and I had that little bit of yarn left from my shawl. So let me show you where I'm at. This is one of my socks. It looks so much bigger on camera. So you can see this here is the Molly Klein yarn that I put in my shawl. So this is the Molly Klein yarn. This little bit is Chelsea Lux, which is the same color that is in the border of my shawl. And then these from here to here, and then from here to here, I used 2 mini skeins that I had from my Chelsea Lux advent calendar. So I'm working through this advent calendar that I have. And the other thing that I did, I think it was a must for me because I just was not really measuring the yarn quantities that I have. It wasn't until I got to about this point up here. You can see the different color changes too. About this point when I thought, I better start weighing this yarn so I can actually get 2 pairs of socks that look somewhat similar. But I started working them side by side. So I would work a little bit on one and then a little bit on the other. So here I am. Here's the second pair. You can see that they're pretty even. They're pretty even. And I am now ready to crochet the cuffs on these. Hopefully I can get them done tonight and I can enjoy my fabulous socks. And I already have another set of minis that I want to put together in order to make a 4th pair of fabulous socks. Now the cuffs will have to be crocheted using another mini because I don't think, actually it's not that I don't think, I know I don't have enough for the cuff on these socks. So I'll be using this other mini from my Chelsea Lux calendar, advent calendar. But as you can see, I think these colors, I apologize about the camera. The lighting is fading quick in this room. So the camera is doing a lot of adjusting. But you can see that all these colors work well together. And then this will be that next color that I add. So yeah, that's whip number 1. But hopefully these will get done. Like I said, I'm really hoping that I'll be able to crochet the cuffs tonight and be done with these. These are living in this bag, this fabulous Frida Kahlo sugar skull bag. I believe that Hannah, I want to say it was Hannah from the Cozy Cottage Crochet, actually made this bag for me some time ago. So hi Hannah, if you're watching, I love this bag. It's the perfect size for a pair of socks, and it always brings me such joy when I can use the bags that my friends have made. The inside of the bag has this other great fabric that has like sugar skulls, and I don't know, I love this bag. So that's whip number 1. Then whip number 2, as I was talking in the last video, I want to crochet a top. And I showed some patterns I did a little pattern palooza for you guys last video. And I was looking through the patterns when I thought, I really should crochet something out of Moritz since it's the spring summer issue. If you guys don't know, Moritz Magazine is awesome. It's a crochet magazine that has incredible patterns. The publisher is Allison Chu of the Keep Calm and Carry Yarn podcast. And it is published twice a year. And what's out right now is the spring summer issue. There will be one, I think there's one. This is the cover. And there is one left in my Etsy shop, which is linked below. And I really, really like this top that I'm crocheting, but I just, again, wanna share and can't stress what an incredible publication this is, and the whole package that Allison puts out with each magazine. You know, you get a digital copy, you get QR codes on the screen. I mean, you get QR codes on every pattern that shows you different angles on the of each of the patterns that she has in here, showing you different angles, the front, the back. She's got large print. She's got just so much offering in the digital part of the magazine that I'm a huge supporter of Morit, and I hope that we keep supporting the magazines as she keeps making it. So I downloaded Morit to my Ravelry library because it comes with a code. And then once I did that, I was able to print the pattern from the magazine, because I like writing on my patterns and taking notes. So I was able to print the pattern. So this is the top that I'm making. It's called this Zanny top by Mary Beth Cryan. Show you another picture here. Here's a side view of the top. It's sort of like a meshy, top part of the top, and I don't know, what do you call it? The yoke part of it is mesh, and then the bottom part is this sort of like fan pattern. And the way that the designer made the top is it alternates. Let me see if I can find a picture that really shows the front of the top. So here is the front of the top. You can see the mesh yoke part of it and then the body of it. And she alternates two different colors. I'm really trying to work from stash, so I found a big yarn cake that I will be using, and it is a Karen skinny cake. Here's the yarn tag. And then it's this really nice variety of colors that I think will look really well together. So this is a lot of yardage, and I'm hoping to be able to make the whole top out of this cake. If I run out of yarn, I believe I have at least a couple skeins of a coordinating yarn for any of these colors that I can get away with. So I'm not too stressed out about it. I just was not looking to go out and buy, you know, a garment quantity of yarn. I'm really trying to work from stash. So I was really happy to start working on it. And let me tell you, this pattern is quick. So let me show you what I have so far. This is what I have so far. So you can see that it looks pretty wide. What I did is I've been measuring as I go along, and this is far enough into the pattern that I can see that this is the size that's going to work for me. If I was using my actual bust size per the pattern, I'd have to size up, and I think it would be too big. So what I did is I actually sized down, and I just think that this yarn is a little bit heavier than what the pattern calls for, and that's why it's working up perfectly. You can see there's a color change starting, and I'll be moving from the yellow into this kind of gray color right here. And then this color is going to be moving into this purple. So we'll see how it turns out. I really think that it's going to be fine. It's going to work out nice. But I cannot stress about how nice this pattern is written, how well it's written, how quickly it works up. Allison's got charts in there, which I'm not even really reading the pattern in the sense that I'm not following the written instructions. I'm more following the graph, the chart. I work better with charts anyway, so I'm really happy to see that. And I'm really excited that I got my Fat Squirrel Fibers bag in this print, that when I saw this print, I was like, done, sold. So this is my new Fat Squirrel Fibers bag, and it has this very graphic rabbit, and it's got these dragonflies and moths and flowers, and I totally fell in love with this fabric. I just was like, I have to have a bag. It's a nice big bag. It's one of her sweater size bags, and since I think I'll be making some more garments, I think that this is like the perfect size. So I'm excited about sharing this bag with you guys. I love it so much. Yeah, so I'm working on finishing up my socks, and then I'll be putting some mileage on this top, and I'm also working on my fiber and foam sample, which I'm really, guys, I'm so close. I'm so close. I'm really, really excited about that. So I was also thinking, so for some of you who don't know, I work at a school, and we have a nice summer break, and then we go back to school in August, I believe, like mid-August. And as much as I don't want to think about going back to school with 2 weeks left of getting out of school, I really want to have a sweater in my school's colors. And so I went around and I looked for sweaters that I thought would look good, and I found a pattern that I'm really excited about. It is done in DK weight yarn, which, you know, it's nice not to be working fingering. It's called a Sophia Cardigan by Burgundy and Blush, and it looks like this. I love it. I love it so much because the 3 colors that are our school colors, I think, are going to play so nicely in this pattern right here. You know, like the stripes and then the rest. I am really, really excited about starting that. But that means that I have to crochet this sweater this summer so it's ready for the fall and winter when we go back to school. So here's a pattern that I wanted to share with you. I'll be working on my, short sleeve top. And yeah, I think that is about it. One last thing. Allie of Little Drops of Wonderful and I have been working on solidifying a date for a Zoom for everybody participating in the Dodgy Bag MAL. It looks like that date is going to be, let me check my notes, May 28th, which I think is a Sunday. I'll put it right here. So it's May 28th. It would be 12 p.m. Pacific Daylight Savings Time. I'm in California. So if it's 12 o'clock here, it'll be 8 p.m. in the UK. I think that is a good time slot for us. So I hope that you will join us. I will definitely, if you could follow our social media, our Instagram account, I will be posting the time, the link, the password to get into that Zoom. And I will make sure that Allie also posts that on the Ravelry group. So that information will be there. The link will be there, hopefully. And then you guys can come and we can talk about dodgy bags and you can show off your dodgy bag. I have some pins that I created for our make-along like I do every year. I didn't have too many printed, but I did have enough that I'll put that up in the shop this weekend. I knew I said I was going to do it last weekend, but I just ran out of time. I did not show you guys the pin last weekend, but here's the pin. There we go. So that's the pin for this year's Dodgy Bag MAL. That's about it. That's all I have to share with you guys. Hoping to do more videos, weekly videos. Don't hold me to that. I'm trying my best. Because I have a lot of stuff that I want to share this summer. I usually say that my recording year is basically September to June, taking the month of August off. But really, there is so much stuff that I'm working on in terms of fiber and faux that I don't think that I'll stop recording this summer like I did last summer. And I'm trying to just, get to that finish line so I can share fiber and faux with you guys soon in a more complete sense. So yeah, I thank you for stopping by, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.